In the dead of night, August 21, 1831, a shadow stirred in the woods of Southampton County, Virginia, a shadow named Nat Turner, armed with a vision from God and a blade sharpened for justice. Picture the moon hanging low, blood red, as 7 men crept toward the Travis household, hearts pounding like war drums. The first door creaked open. Joseph Travis slept soundly, unaware that his world was about to end in a spray of crimson. Axe fell, throat opened, silence shattered. The rebellion had begun. Nat Turner, preacher, prophet, slave, no longer bowing, now rising with fire in his eyes. They moved like ghosts from cabin to cabin, farm to farm, leaving behind a trail of the mighty fallen. 55 souls in 48 hours. White men, women, children, none spared in the fury of the oppressed. The South, that bastion of cotton kings and whip scars, trembled as news spread like wildfire through dry fields. Plantations locked doors, militias formed, fear gripped throats tighter than any chain ever could. Nat Turner didn't just kill, he ignited a terror that whispered, "Your turn could be next." Imagine the screams echoing across the James River, mothers clutching babes, fathers fumbling for muskets. In those 2 days, the pecking order flipped, masters became prey, the enslaved became avengers. Blood soaked the soil where tobacco grew, a harvest of vengeance reaped in the dark. Word reached Richmond, then Charleston, then every slave-holding hearth. The unthinkable had happened. Nat's band grew with each mile, freed men joining the march, axes and swords singing their song. They spared no one who stood in the path of what Nat called divine retribution. The sun rose on mangled bodies, eyes wide in eternal surprise, a gallery of horror for the living. Militia rode hard, but for 48 hours, the South was a kingdom without a crown. Nat Turner, the man who read the Bible and saw eclipse as a sign to strike. His followers, fueled by years of lashes, now lashing back with lethal precision. 55 dead, not random, but symbolic, a tithe paid in blood for centuries of sin. The governor called out troops, but the damage was done, the myth of docile slaves lay broken. Children hid under beds as rumors flew. Nat's army was coming, unstoppable, ordained. In taverns, whispers turned to shouts, "Hang every Negro who looks suspicious." But for those 2 days, the hunters were hunted, the powerful powerless. Nat's sermon in steel: oppression breeds explosion, and the blast radius is wide. Bodies piled in ditches, a macabre monument to one man's unbreakable will. The South's nightmare made flesh, a literate slave leading a slaughter. 48 hours that rewrote the rules of fear in Dixie. Mothers wept over cradles splashed red, fathers swore oaths on family graves. Nat Turner didn't flinch, he saw angels in the carnage, approval in the stars. His blade dripped with the lifeblood of tyranny, each drop a declaration. The rebellion ended in capture, but the terror lingered like smoke after fire. Trials swift, hangings public, yet the ghost of Nat haunted every plantation gate. 55 murders, they called it. Nat called it the opening act of freedom. The South fortified, laws tightened, but the seed of dread was planted deep. In classrooms today, they soften it, but in 1831, it was raw, visceral, earth-shaking. Nat Turner. Murderer to some, martyr to others, terror to all who profited from chains. Those 48 hours birthed a new era of surveillance, suspicion, and suppressed rage. Imagine the final standoff. Nat cornered, unbowed, his mission etched in history's stone. The gallows awaited, but his legacy swung higher, a pendulum of reckoning. 55 lives extinguished, but a million fears kindled in their place. The South never slept the same. Every rustle in the night could be the next Nat. His confession, dictated in jail, a calm recounting that chilled stronger than any scream. Nat Turner, the man who made the mighty beg for dawn. In the annals of rebellion, his stands bloodiest, boldest, most bone-rattling. 48 hours to turn paradise for planters into purgatory. The hook is set. Will you face the fire of Nat Turner, or look away from the flames? His story demands we stare into the abyss of what desperation births. 55 ghosts whisper still. Injustice has a price, and sometimes it's paid in full. Nat Turner didn't just murder, he mirrored the violence visited upon his people. The South reeled, reformed, but the crack in the foundation widened forever. Close your eyes. Hear the axes fall, feel the ground quake under righteous wrath. Nat Turner. The name that terrified a region, toppled illusions, and echoed through time. In those 48 hours, history pivoted on the edge of a hatchet. The sermon begins here, with blood on the altar of liberty.